Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Aska, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we were basically trying to expand some of our food supplies because we need eggs, and we need quite a few of them to basically keep up with our pie production. So we basically went out, laid a load more harvest markers for the foragers' huts to try and, get some of those out. Now, we did have a blood moon at the end, which is where I'm repairing the wall at the moment, and I'm thinking I really want to try and get the rest of the wall finished off so we can try and get some of that defensive bonus that you see for having a completed wall. I'd really like to try and get that done today. Now I'm hoping we're going to be able to get our builders to get on with all of the other things that I've pinned. So I think we're going to try and get on with the wall. We're going to let them get on with the all of the other construction. Though wow, the food is still not in a great place. We did add an extra hunter as well to try and get that going. Now, I say the food's not in a great place. The cooked food is not in a great place. Let's go have a look at the raw food in a second once I've repaired this wall. Because I feel like the raw food is probably doing okay. Like, how are we looking on raw food? Okay, loads of carrots, mushrooms we're holding for cheese. We're out of eggs. We've got tons of water and no meat. Okay. Okay, meat is going to be a problem. We might need to go out and send out some more hunters' flags as well then. Because if that meat is going to start posing a problem for us, we're going to need them to go out and get some more. I mean, there's one haunch there I can see, but one haunch is not great. Okay, come on. Let's get this last piece down here. Okay. There we go. Sorry, buddy, I beat you to it. Right, okay, we've got a hunter that's gone out there and cleared. I say cleared, and then he's left all of the... What are you doing? I don't understand why they do that. They just, you know, leave a load of the meat that's there. Okay, so... Like, I get the meat is probably not a high priority for them, but they shouldn't leave it behind just because it's a small piece. What are your tasks? Yeah, so they're meant to get it. At least 25 ranged combat. Do we not have anyone that's... Okay, we don't have anyone that's good enough to do that. Right. Smoker horn's less of a priority. Leather scrap's less of a priority. The priority now is definitely the meat. So let's get that as a priority. Go and get me some meat over everything else. Bring that back. Okay, so we then need a log and 3 sticks for this repair patch. Okay. And that's the wall over here patched up, which we definitely need because we don't want this wall getting worn before we get into the winter. Okay. Are you upset because I brought all the things? Right, okay. We're going to go have a very quick lay down because the energy is bothering me because it feels like we're not having huge amounts of energy. So we're just going to have a quick lay down, try and get our energy buff so we can run around a bit more. It does show that we're missing only thatch on our things that we're looking for, but I noticed, seeing as the raw silo doesn't have the eggs, I'm not going to try and rush that second cookhouse yet because We've not got the eggs by the looks to keep up with one, let alone two. Okay, so the priorities for us, like I say, is going to be, I think... Oh, we've got so many repairs we need to get done. Right, view tasks, builders. No, repairing needs to be top priority. That must have got changed in a patch. Yeah, repairing absolutely must be the #1 priority. Keep the repairs patched up. I can see a wisp meandering around, so let's go deal with that. Come here, you. Just meandering through the village. Right, okay. This hedge wall is apparently done. That's fine. That needs a rope, 2 rope and a long stick. Well, the rope we can sort. And a long stick. We've got... I say we've got a plenty. There we go. Just had to wait for it to load in for some reason. That's new. Okay, cool. I can see builders now getting on with repairs. That's good. How is our thatch field coming? Growth is coming along. We're at 30 something. Okay. Alright. I'm hoping the hunters being prioritised on food, the meat is going to improve what they're bringing back. Right, so that needs 2 rope and 2 long sticks. Well, let's just clear up some of this bark, shall we? We also need to drop off all those weapons we picked up. Right, this is weapons and tools. I feel like people are going to be allowed to use that. I'm hoping they won't, but I feel like they're going to be... Look at all these reeds in the middle here. Well, let's harvest up some of these then while we're literally just stood here. We've got an army of reeds in the middle of our storage hut. They've definitely just popped back in this year. Right, okay, let's go and use that to try and improve some of these beds that we've got, and then we can hopefully get some more people summoning in. Though I know food is a problem. Get these built up. Pop that there. Though actually, I don't want to do that. I want to take down that cottage there. Yeah, I want to take this cottage down. So I'm actually going to dismiss 2 of these guys from that house, and I'm going to move them in here. Because like I say, I want to bring that down at some point, and I'm going to replace it with a longhouse, but that means I need to move those last 4 people out somewhere. Which means I'm going to need to find somewhere I can put down 4 beds. So if we put 2 in there, then we put 2 more in here, and it's going to pack them like sardines for a little while, but we then extend this out with a large extension and we can start fitting more people back around in here. That's going to be the plan with it. Okay. So that looks like a carrot harvest getting ready. That's more thatch. I've already been distracted from the wall that we were trying to build. And we've got woodsman collecting some thatch. That's good. Not got any over here yet. Okay, that's fine. I mean, at least he's grabbing some. Surprising how much suddenly comes back in when the year renews. Right, okay, there's our 11 thatch that we needed to finish off the cookhouse. Okay, so let's get that done. And then you can also work on pies. So let's get you doing hunter's pies and the other pies as well. I'd rather you do hunter's pies than warrior's pies because, you know, we mix in some veggies and the meat lasts longer. But at least now we can, if we've got the eggs... Ooh, 23! Eggs are coming in nicely. Okay. That should hopefully let some of that come through a bit more. What do you guys need? You need bows. Are we not making bows yet? Let's have a look. You are basically the tools shed. Tasks. Yeah, longbow. Yeah, they are set to make longbows. Okay. And it's pretty high priority. Wood shaft and rope. Well, rope you should have a decent amount of. Okay, that's looking okay. We are going to want an armour smith at some point. I miss the armour being in here because then they made the prerequisites they needed for their armour, whereas now you've got to tell them, oh, I need you to make these like pieces of cloth and keep them in stock. Whereas before they made the cloth to go with whatever piece of armour they were trying to make at the time. So I do miss that kind of... the way that was all kind of like self-contained, as it were. Oh, and now we're just getting on with some repairs. Right. Rope. Supply, get that repaired. Because that we can't have come down. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. What did we need for this? Oh yeah, it was 2 rope, wasn't it? Cool, right, and then it was the 2 long sticks. Let's get that up and going. Okay. That's fine. You appear to be doing some blacksmithing. That's good. Thinking of which, I've still got all those metal shards on me from the end of the last... fisticuffs. How's that ore? Yeah, there's ore in there, so that means that's still coming back from the outpost, which means whatever was going on with our market workers seems to have sorted itself out. We'll get this bit built. That's another 2 bits of rope. Grab all this bark, break all that up. But now, considering we need all this rope, I am just going to make a stack of 5 there. Good, he's repairing that. Excellent. Okay. Cool, that's that done. What's needed next? You just need rope. Excellent. You just need rope. Excellent. Oh, we've nearly finished the wall, which would be great if we can. Right, looks like we've just got these 2 pieces here. And they both need basically everything. Okay. So, split all this up again. Make all that. Right, there's the rope. We're going to add those so they can help the long stick, seeing as our builders seem to be getting on with stuff now again, which is nice. And then they can hopefully help get these last little bits done. And then if that completes the wall, like I say, we should get a nice happiness boost. Because everyone's, like, a lot of people... Well, everyone's home and a lot of people's work will be safe within the walls. So that should really help. I've just noticed how thirsty we are and hungry, but you know what? We will just cope with that. Okay, then we'll take a drink. Okay, and then we've just got 2 long sticks. I think that builder's struggling with his pathing. Okay, I've just thought we've got this stick. Yeah, that's a normal long stick. We'll grab that. Awesome. This will be the last one. Is this going to complete the wall? Is the wall going to go green on the minimap? Yes! It did. Which means the village is now finally protected. So that's great. That should also stop wisps randomly making their way in, hopefully. Because, I mean, we've had someone freak out over here over a wisp, so... Where is this wisp that you are oh so afraid of? For I do not see them. Okay, so... We've got one more spot in here, so we're going to want to manage this house. And actually, I feel... If they've got all that down, I think we can do this. I think we can then just... dismantle the cottage. Yes. Manage this. We'll assign someone there. You've still got 6 of 6. Okay. Assign 2 there. Then make these priorities to get built so that we've got someone, we can get those to a bed. We then want to have a large expansion. Oh, why are you not going to do that? Cannot build here, the terrain is too steep. Right, that just means then we're going to need to try and level this out before we put the house down. Okay, so let's us try and get on with that. We can hopefully get the expansion penciled in. Love the resources that just, you know, suddenly drop when you do this. It is because I think you get... I do think you get basically everything back. So the fact that you tear down the house, everything then just drops to the floor. No, I don't want... I didn't really want the bark. I'm just trying to hit the terraforming, but I'm trying not to left click, because if you left click, you'll probably destroy some of those resources. Right. Now let's open the long and do the large expansion again. Terrain here is too steep. Really? It doesn't look it. Okay. Right, okay. Well, let's try and do this then. Is that... That should be lower, and that should be less steep for it. Right, come on. I don't want to play too much around with this. I just need to... I want to get the expansion in, because we want to make this house larger. Okay. No, I didn't need that. Because I'm trying to level this. There we go. Right, come on. Sneak the next few in. Level there. Cool, this is a tricky one to get to, all those resources on that square. And then that should be the last one. Right, and now, come on. How is that still not okay? How is that still too steep? It really doesn't look it to my eyes. What part of it is too steep? Like, I suppose as an absolute stretch. Like, there's a bit here. I mean, that makes the archery a bit of a cliff, but... Hey, come on. Not sure how much more I can flatten out for you. Yay! Right, cool. Get on with that. Finally. Okay. So then that's going to be another chunk of the house. That's fine. Now, the only thing with that is where we're hooking that in. That is right here with the hearth and stuff, actually. So. Will you let me put it on the back part? No, you're saying that's still too rough there. Okay, because I'd rather get it on the back part. Because then the hearth and everything's at the front door and that's going to be all good there. Right, how about now? You gonna let me do it now? Right, spin. Right, that one's fine. Yeah, we know that one. Now you'll let me put it on the back. Excellent. Cool. So that can go there. And in theory, it means we can then make it like a U-shaped house and put another large expansion coming out this way, hopefully. Okay, cool. That's what I needed to get done. That's what I wanted. That's absolutely perfect for me. So... final, hopefully, bit of terraforming, wearing through this wooden hoe. Right. But, like I say, that's then going to be some room for us to expand in, which will be good. Right. Let's get that down. I do need to get those beds sorted out. I really thought the builders would have been getting on with that. But I think we're going to have to go and do it. We can use some of these resources from this house. Because that will save the thatch going bad or anything like that. And then... cool. Awesome. Whoa! Pop. Right. Grab all that thatch. We can, like I say, we're going to be overstuffing these people, but I think they'd rather be overstuffed than not have somewhere to sleep at night. 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks, and then grab as much thatch as we can lay our greedy little mitts on. That's that one, that's that one. Okay. Right, and then just in case they are already getting grumpy... oh, there was only the one person that needed assigning. Okay, cool. Well, that means we'll take that one away then. Awesome, so there's that done. Wall is... I'm happy we've got the wall sorted out. We've got the winter invasion in, what, a week? 7 days now. How is the food looking? Pies are looking all right. What's going on with the cookhouses over here? Okay, that one's got plenty of... Well, I say plenty. It's got some stuff to pick up. You're saying you need red meat still. Yeah, I can understand that. We're still shy on red meat. Okay. But we've got some... I don't really want to waste the eggs on vegetable pies. That's the only bit with it. We've got loads of carrots, though. Have we... Fish stew, meat stew... We haven't got carrot stew. Where's our carrots? Grab a stack of that. And we go crock pot, that, 2 litres, cook. I'm thinking that's going to make carrot stew. And seeing how many carrots we've got, that might be something else we can use to help buoy everything while we're waiting for the meat to hopefully come through. What do you got? You got... Okay. Because we are going to want to move into cheese as well at some point. Yeah, I know, cook. I know. I'm using your cookhouse. I'm in your kitchen. Okay. I'm sure I've told these guys not to use... Yeah, they're not to use mushrooms as filler. Cool. So that's then going to give us... like, I know these guys... Were you making carrot soup? They weren't even making carrot soup. Okay, brilliant. So we've got all these carrots and we were doing nothing with them. So, yeah, make carrot stew. It's tier 3. It's carrots, which we've got tons of. I'm going to add that to your repertoire as well. Carrot stew, create. Like that. And you can make 12 of those as well. There we go. Okay. I mean, that's going to... In theory, that's going to burn through the carrots a bit more. But we've got so many carrots, we're doing well with that. So I'm not too worried about it. Right. We need to get more things on repair. Okay. That needs doing, and this needs doing, because I do need to try and start getting the advanced blacksmith at some point. Why are you guys standing around? Okay, no, the blacksmithy ones are standing around. I can understand that. Right. We've got a wooden post here. Add that to your stuff. We can be getting on with it. Right, I need to eat something. I've just seen my own food bar. Right, okay. Okay, well, a wisp sounds like they've triggered an alarm somewhere. Excellent, that's what they are there for. Ooh, that is mighty scary. The food stores are empty. Like, empty. Okay. That carrot stew didn't even actually fill me. Okay. Well, hopefully those guys will be able to cook pretty quick. You guys still need bows. Oh, you're getting on with stuff. That's fine. Hair over here that's been finished. Excellent. That's good. Nice to see them getting on with that. We've then got stocks in here. That's good to see. That's starting to come through. That means I can get the improved coal maker up and running. Brilliant. And even though we've got, you know, huge amounts of coal there, so that's fine. Right, you need nails and stuff, but that's the big one to get done, the bloomery. So you need 10 nails. Where's our... There we go, right. That's 10 nails. You need 4 wooden planks. Right, where's our cart? Okay, grab that. No, I didn't want that. Because I need the planks specifically. Cool, so that's planks there. Wooden shafts are currently empty, which is not ideal. And then we need 3 long sticks. So we'll grab those there, and then we'll just be missing the wooden shafts. Okay, cool. So then we can grab all this. This cart is going to be good for stuff like that. Because then we can literally just go, and bosh. It's good for stuff like this, running around the village. There we go. That was nice and quick. Okay, so then yeah, that just needs those wooden shafts to be done. Where are shafts on your priority? Shafts are... Yeah, I'm going to do shafts over planks. Can you get shafts over planks, please? Because we seem to be needing them a lot more, and we've got some planks in stock. Okay, but I'm going to wrap up here and say, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions. They will help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members. Your support is very much appreciated. And please don't forget that as a supporter, you do gain access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, including access to any of the relevant blueprints that get used in them. And also, more importantly for you guys, you get early access to the videos, so you get to see what's going on before anybody else does. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.